The era of empires, a time when Western nations carved up the globe, their flags planted on distant shores, Africa, India, Southeast Asia. Few escaped their grasp. Yet, amidst this tide of conquest, one island nation stood defiant: Japan. How, in a world consumed by colonization, did Japan alone maintain its sovereignty? This is a story of resilience, strategy, and a dash of good fortune. Dive with me into the fascinating tale of why Japan was never colonized. Japan wasn't always a closed book. In 1543, Portuguese traders stumbled upon its shores, initiating a period of limited trade and cultural exchange. Jesuit missionaries followed, seeking converts among the Japanese. The Japanese were fascinated by Western technology, but this initial openness was laced with caution. Powerful feudal lords or daimyos saw these foreigners both as opportunities and threats, and there was good reason for worry. European powers had a habit of trade, then preach, then conquer. News of Spain's ruthless conquests in the Americas filtered back to Japan. The Japanese weren't naive, yet disunity among the daimyos made a quick takeover impossible. Enter a key figure, Tokugawa Yasu, a shrewd military leader who, after a bloody civil war, unified Japan under his rule, becoming the first shogun. Ieyasu was a pragmatist. Limited trade with the West? Advantageous, but Christianity, with its talk of a single God, a threat to his control. His solution was swift and decisive. In the 1630s, Ieyasu virtually sealed Japan off from the outside world. It was the era of Sakoku, or closed country. Only the tiny Dutch trading post on Dejima Island remained, a pinprick of Western contact in a self-imposed isolation. This was no accident. It was a calculated survival strategy. Sakoku, Japan's period of isolation, wasn't about retreating from the world. It was a strategic gamble spanning centuries. This calculated risk paid off, culminating in a series of pivotal events that solidified their independence. The forced opening of Japan by Commodore Perry in 1853 was a seismic shock, exposing the weakness of the ruling Tokugawa shogunate. It set in motion a chain of events culminating in the Meiji Restoration of 1868. The young Emperor Meiji became the figurehead of a nation determined to transform, to selectively embrace Western advancements while fiercely protecting its cultural core. Japan's transformation was breathtakingly swift. Though possessing a relatively advanced domestic economy, the Meiji era unleashed its full industrial potential. Shipyards, factories, and modern infrastructure were constructed with startling speed. Importantly, this economic power directly funded the creation of a modernized army and navy capable of rivaling Western forces. The samurai weren't a relic to be discarded. They were the bedrock of a new fighting force. Their warrior spirit, discipline, and loyalty were channeled into Japan's conscript army. It was a fusion of traditional martial values with cutting-edge technology, an obstacle few nations would want to face on the battlefield. While their military might grew, Japan's diplomats fought a different battle. Understanding the need for time, they played European powers against each other. Negotiating those unequal treaties became a war of words and concessions. But crucially, Japan also learned the language of international diplomacy. These tools would become vital in eventually overturning those same treaties to their advantage. Japan's transformation wasn't theoretical. They proved it with stunning victories in the Sino-Japanese War, 1894-1895. However, it was their shock defeat of Russia in the Russo-Japanese War, 1904-1905, that truly changed the game. They were no longer a target for conquest. They were a major regional player, a force that commanded respect and caution. Japan, the land of the rising sun, ultimately rose as an independent power in a world of empires. It's a testament to foresight, resilience, and perhaps a touch of historical good fortune that it escaped the clutches of colonization. But let's consider some deeper questions. Would the same strategies have worked against a more determined European power? Or in a world where colonization faced no moral backlash? Can Japan's success be entirely celebrated, considering its own subsequent aggression toward its neighbors? History is complex, offering us lessons but rarely simple answers. If you enjoyed this exploration, please like, share and subscribe to our channel for more journeys through the twists and turns of the past. Until next time.